Hey guys, Justin here again. It's another video. This time we're not really going to go into the horror stuff. I figure that you've probably all figured out by now that I'm a bit of a general well-rounded nerd, not just here but well-rounded in general. I apologise for my voice, it might be a little bit funny. I've got a flu at the moment, and I apologise for my beard disappearing. One can accidentally shave off their beard. It's a long story, but I was absent-mindedly thinking about what to do on the YouTube channel and what to do at towatchpile.com, and was shaving away and not realising and by the end of it I had like, this was all gone. And anyway, so hopefully it'll be back in the next couple of videos. Today was a pretty exciting day for me today. New X-Men films released, so I figured that this was a pretty good way to link it into a parcel that was dropped off to me by a guy who I get some comics and bits and pieces from. You'll have to excuse the phrasing, Kotobukiya Kotobukiya Art Effects guys. They do pretty cool models like this one. Now, when I was a lot younger, I used to do vinyl kits and collect vinyl toys. I've got a full set of like the Gorillaz band toys and all the rest of it. But seeing as how Pop Funko basically destroyed the vinyl kit market, because they're rubbish and for some reason people buy such awful generic things instead of actually going out and buying something a little bit of quality, I prefer to spend a little bit more money and buy things like this. Now this is a, what is it? Kotobukiya. Kotobukiya. I'm going to keep referring to this because I can't remember Kotobukiya. So this is the She-Hulk one. She-Hulk's always been a favourite character of mine, and when this came out, it was a no-brainer. I had to get it. She's yeah, pretty cool, nice ass, decent body, some musculature there. I imagine that she is a CrossFitter, probably not a vegan. Anyway, I really like this statue, and this made me want to go and have a look at some of the other Art Effects ones. I also have a Flash one, which interestingly, I don't know where I've put, so I can't show you that one, but it's from a Justice League series, a New 52 Justice League series. It's cool. It's sort of, he's got like a shiny reflective armor, and he's got all of like the New 52's over-rendering of all of the lines in the body. So that's the She-Hulk one. Now, what I've been collecting is some X-Men ones. There was a really awesome X-Men cover probably 2 or 3 years ago that had like the current X-Men all in a line. And Art Effects Kotobukiya are doing a series so that at the end you'll actually have them all in the line. So there's going to be a Wolverine one and all the rest of it. There's 4 available so far. This is the Magneto one, which I think is pretty damn awesome. It's pretty cool. His cape's all flying out and all the rest of it. There's a lot of detail on the model. I'll bring it close to the camera, like you can see how cool that is. It's pretty awesome. They're all done at the same scale, so they all sort of fit nicely together. This is Magic, which is Colossus's sister. Colossus recently seen in Deadpool. So yeah, the bases will eventually sort of you'll slot them together, and so he'll sort of stand, move that back a bit, he'll stand like that. Her base will be there and stand. So they'll actually sort of stand all in front of them. I've also got a Emma Frost, and there's also a Cyclops there as well in the same scale. But today, you know, I was pretty stoked to have this delivery turn up, which is the next one, straight from Japan. Ta-da! The Beast. Now I haven't opened this, and I haven't really done an opening before, so this is interesting for you and me. That's how he looked on the cover of the comic. It's pretty cool, slick back hair and all the rest of it. Yeah, it doesn't have a picture of the whole thing here, unfortunately. But let's crack it and have a look. I sometimes like to open my toys, and sometimes I like to pull them out. These ones, because they go into the cabinets that my DC bombshells go in, they get taken out. So because it's essentially, you know, they kind of say here that it's a pre-painted model kit on the bottom, Art Effects Statue 1:10 scale pre-painted model kit. So it kind of does appeal to the old model maker in me, although when you see what the modelling side of it actually is, you'll go, because it doesn't require much skill. Excuse the noise for a sec while I pull this off. A little bit of tape on there. They're really nicely packaged. These ones are in these boxes that are solid, and they look like the old the Billiken and the Marvel Billiken ones. Were they Billiken? Can't remember, but they kind of look like that with the model and then images from the background. The funny thing is that some of the images in the background look like the dreadful 90s X-Men. If you're a 90s kid, I'm sorry, but 90s X-Men were crap compared to 80s X-Men. Give me Chris Claremont's and Paul Smith and John Byrne stuff any day over the stuff that Lee and Silvestri were doing. Some of the Fall of the Mutant stuff was good. I liked it when they brought back X Factor, but I really think that a lot of that stuff that came out around that time that Image left Marvel was just terrible. You know, it was I mean, how many pockets and little patches do you need on your body? I mean, Cable had so many of them. It would have been like, quick, we need a hand grenade, and he would have gone, I've got a sandwich in this one and something else here. So, okay, so anyway, I won't bag out the 90s ones too much because that's a little bit unfair, because I was lucky enough to be brought up with people like John Byrne and Jack Kirby and stuff like that, whereas you poor kids had I had people who learnt art to draw comics, and you guys had people who learnt art from comics to draw comics, so it's only fair enough, you 90s kids. The rest of you who like 70s and 80s stuff, best friends forever. Anyway, so this is basically it. It's a, a male and female piece. They pop together like so. Wow, he's pretty cool, actually. There's no moving parts on these. They're not toys. They are statues. And as you saw, so that's my model kit done. It took a lot of time and a lot of effort, but that's the bouncing beast. He's very angry. He's very cool. But yeah, so I'm pretty impressed by that, actually. I'll show you his back as well, because that fur detail is all over it. Detail on the legs and all the rest of it. So yeah, so now, because he's in that same scale, he'll sit nicely with the rest of them. So, they all sort of stand together, which is pretty cool. But yeah, like I said, there's an Emma Frost and a Cyclops one as well. Eventually I'll have the full set. This is where I'm up to at the moment. Back to what I was talking about, the packaging. So this packaging's done like the old style model kits, but the ones like the She-Hulk one are done in a really nice box that has a panel in it, so you can see the figure in there. And there's some awesome ones in this series too. There's a Wasp one, I think, is either just about to come out or has been out for a little while, and she's got like the I guess the kind of chevron sort of in her suit, yellow and black. What else is there in that one? There's a Harley Quinn one. They're just really nice. They've taken that sort of animation look to them and made something really cool. But that's it. I figured, new X-Men movie, new X-Men statue. It was time to put the two together. So there you go. Just a short video this week, because as I said, I'm feeling like rubbish because of this stupid cold. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, if you want to read my reviews and have a look at my blog, www.twowatchpile.com. I'll put it down here somewhere. And see you again next week. We'll go back to something a bit more horror-y next week for you horror kids, because it does say JR Horror Fan at the beginning, so I suppose I should show something horror. Catch you later, guys. See you soon.